All right, what's up? I'm back. I know it's been years since I've been connecting here on social media, right? So I was cooking up. That's the truth. I was cooking up. But the other truth is, I was getting a little bit comfortable, right? Getting a little comfortable working on my career, but not really working on my dream, right? And I recently realized that I could do both, right? But maybe this can connect with somebody, maybe inspire or at least provoke a thought, right? So what I mean by was focus more on my career and less on my dream was that my the skill set that I'm using in my career are actually transferable to my dream or vice versa, which is communication, which is inspiring people, which is leading people, which is helping people become the better version of themselves, right? And what happened to me is that I have a one-track mind, right? And even my mother will, agree to that. She's been telling me that since I was like a little kid is, when I put my mind on something, that's what I do. And I can't focus on anything else. I used to trade baseball and basketball cards and football cards, and I got really good at it. I did it for like 3 years straight, and I was wheeling and dealing. And my card collection, like, I look at it today, it's like, well, that's a whole nother story, but it would be well over $100,000. I guess I ain't gonna get into that. So you get into a place where, I got into a place where I forgot that I forgot that my dream had the same skills that I could have transferred into my career. But when I got into my career, I got so one-track minded on the career that I forgot that I could actually do both, right? So I'm starting to realize now that I got comfortable. When I say comfortable, maybe that's not the best word. I think the best word is probably I lost my hunger. When you're working on something, you have that hunger. You can hear it in the voice. You can feel the vibration. You can feel the energy. You can see the consistency, right? And it feels like, I realized that I lost that hunger. The reading 60 books in a year. The memorizing 2 quotes a day. I lost that hunger. And I'm proud to say that, number one, I realized that I lost the hunger. And number two, I'm doing something about it. I'm challenging myself to get uncomfortable again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in this dream with my career, right? I'm going to use both of the skills together. It's just going to require me to become a stronger person, right? So one of the things that I did probably about 8 months ago, which helped me get to this place, meaning like this state of mind, is probably about 8 months ago. Well, is it? No, it's probably been like 6 months, 7 months. I had a Tesla. Now, I'm not a car type of guy, but I did buy a Tesla because I wanted to make some additional income, so I put that on Turo, right? And I was making really good money because at the time I lived in Philadelphia. It was right by the international airport, so I had a whole system down. I was making like really good money. because the building that I was living in, it also had, the charger. So I had free charge. I had a doorman. So I was having people rent. I had the membership for the car wash, so they would go get the car wash and bring it back. I would never even see the people most of the time, right? They would take the car, they would charge the car, and they would leave the key, because there's like this card. They would leave it with the doorman. The doorman would get the license, the ID, and then they would give it to them. They'll get it. They'll rent it. It was like a whole cycle. So I had a system down. I never really drove the Tesla. That wasn't my thing. I was using my skateboard, my electric skateboard at the time, and, Lyft, the bus, and the train. So it was just, again, additional stream of income. But then I purchased a home, right? I purchased a home, and it wasn't as easy to utilize the Turo because I had an easy system in place. I had the doorman. I had the home charger right there in the building, So when I purchased my home, it became a little difficult. So I started driving the Tesla a little bit more. And, it was cool. Tesla's an amazing car. It's like an experience. But because I wasn't getting the income coming in, I started noticing like the payments, like the insurance even, insurance went up to like $700, $800 a month. I'm like, damn, I don't even like this car. I don't even like driving. I don't really like vehicles, but I have this vehicle. So I kept it for a period of time and just started thinking like, yo, what do I need this car for? I don't even like cars. I'm not like a car type of person. What do I need this car for? And I started paying more for my car than some people pay on their rent or their mortgage. I'm like, nah, I don't really need this. So, long story long, I traded in my Tesla, my brand new Tesla. I traded it in for a 2017 BMW with like 70,000 miles on it. Huge downgrade. Took some adjusting, right? It's not as nice of a car as a Tesla is, right? But the one thing it's doing is saving me $1,000 a month, right? It's saving me $1,000 a month. And, it was one of the toughest decisions that I had to make, because when you're making really good income, sometimes you lose sight of what's most important. And, what's most important. It's like me, I don't like cars. If I could save $1,000 a month, I can invest that same $1,000 a month, put it into something towards my dream, right? So that's what I did. So I guess I share this with you guys, for one, to say I'm back, right? And I want to share my experiences. I also want to share my struggles. I want to share my thoughts. I want to share some things about business. I want to share some things about finances with you, some things about personal development with you. And I'm super excited, right? I'm super excited. So as I'm reinserting myself into the social media space, just bear with me, right? Subscribe, like the page, right? And if you want to talk with me, right? Send me a message. You guys know where to catch me at. What else do I want to share? All right, I'll share this one last thing real quick. All right, so I'm going to tell you a flaw about me, and then I'm going to tell you a flaw about you, right? So the flaw about me is I'm in the phase of my communication where I haven't mastered yet how to articulate the amazing thoughts that's in my head. Meaning it's articulated great in my thoughts. I have some amazing thoughts, but I haven't mastered the art of being able to articulate it to come out of my mouth, right? So that's one of the flaws that I have. Now, let me tell you a flaw about you. A flaw about you is you wake up every morning, you get dressed, you look sharp, you smell good, you're going to a good job, you got a nice car, but I have this feeling, right, about this flaw that I wanted to share that you probably have, is your place is probably a mess. Can you imagine? You look good, you smell good, you get in your car, you're going to work, and you left your house a mess. And over a period of time, that mess you've become comfortable with. But nobody knows the mess that's at your house. What I want you to do, same way I'm gonna work on my flaw, I want you to work on your flaw. I don't know who that message was for, but it was for somebody. You become comfortable with having a messy home. You don't invite people over your home. You walking over your things, right? And no one could possibly imagine how messy your place is. It's an inside job. Let's work on it, right? We all got our flaws. We have millions of flaws. I know I do. But that was my flaw, and I shared with you your flaw. If the shoe fits, damn it, wear it. This is your boy. Peace.